Welcome back to another episode of Cigar Talk Toronto.
Speak up.
I thought it was loud.
No.
As your boy does it.
Clear in the throat for no reason.
As your boy does it. Welcome to another episode of Cigar Talk Toronto, featuring Blue Cheese Cigar.
Made by?
Made by?
You don't even know.
Nope. You do.
The Blue Cheese is a collaboration. AJ Fernandez, one of the masters in the game, with Pravada Cigar Club. And these things are very hard to get a hold of up here. They're always sold out everywhere. So we've had these actually sitting for what? 3 months in the humidor? Just sitting there waiting to be smoked on an episode of Cigar Talk. So here we go.
I think it's a band.
Of course.
Yeah, the band is proper.
For those that don't actually know, blue cheese is the term for the $100 bill. That's why the band on the blue cheese is the $100 bill.
Yeah, nah, I never do that.
You're not?
No.
You're not?
That blue cheese is $100 bill?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I heard of like get that cheese and stuff like that.
Oh, blue cheese
It makes
was-
sense.
yeah.
That's proper.
And we are drinking it with Cigar Cutter.
Toki Suntory whiskey from the founding house of Japanese whiskey.
Getting JDM. Going back to the roots.
Do you ever, before you light a cigar, do you ever like take a dry?
No?
I like to experience the flavor. I don't know why I started doing that, just to kind of get a sample. Like some people smell it, I like to do that. I've had these once before and I really enjoyed it. So, hopefully you guys enjoy. Because we can't get these right now. So even if you like it, you can't get it, they're sold out.
Oh, that sucks. That's good for them though.
Yeah, it's good for them.
Yeah.
Literally, when we were at Cigar Chief, and you were looking for the cigar, the same with, there was another guy there looking for the cigar, and they opened up the box, like, oh yeah, we are sold out.
Yeah.
Shit. I noticed, fucking lost my train of thought there for a second. Found out something interesting today. So did you see that clear whiskey that I bought, the White Owl?
Mm-hmm.
I found out today that all whiskey is clear. And it's not until they put it in the barrels that it gets its color.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either. That's where the color and the flavors come from.
Pretty damn sure that's made with like rum and all that stuff. That's why you got like clear rum and
And that clear whiskey, flavorless.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, no point even buying it.
that's it. Cheers, y'all. Yep.
It's not bad.
That's spicy.
Why is it spicy?
I like it.
Not as strong as I heard it was.
When you drink it with no ice and nothing like that.
It can be harsh.
Because these small cubes of ice, they have a higher melt rate.
Mm.
Versus
Not bad.
like, if you have like one honky piece of ice.
Yeah.
Water it down. compound if you let it if you nurse it.
Something that I found about these the first time I smoked it, they were really smoky. But I think they're more smoky now that they've been sitting there for a while. Wait till you get about a quarter of the way in. The flavors really pick up.
So where would you put this? Like on mild, medium, towards the harsher end?
I don't remember.
Oh,
You know how many cigars I smoked since then?
true,
This was like 3 months ago.
true.
I think my comparison was the chalupa. But I didn't smoke them anywhere close to each other, so I'd have to. I had the chalupa like a week and a half ago, I think this one's better. The chalupa is another AJ Fernandez Privada Cigar Club.
They sell these at Victory? Oh, you have to go into the reserve.
Yeah, Cigar Chief. And for those that shop at Cigar Chief, make sure to use our promo code to get you an extra 10% off. Promo code is Cigar Talk. That's online and in store.
It'll be across the screen here.
Promo code. Tasty. I like it. To be honest, I've had some cigars from certain makers. And it's like, okay, these ones are really good, but this one's okay. I haven't had one AJ Fernandez where I was like,
They're all
they're
good.
all good.
Yeah, so far,
Yeah.
my experience as well.
I've smoked a lot of AJ Fernandez cigars and they're all fucking good.
Probably more on the pricier end.
They're not that bad. Depending on the cigar, they're average $20, $30. I think these were, how much were these? $18 then? Something like that? $16 or $18, which is really not bad.
Not at all.
No,
Especially for the taste.
AJ Fernandez is fucking, he's gotta be one of the top in the game, man.
Yeah.
The rolls are always like
Tight.
perfect, the smoke is good, the flavors are on point. The whole New World lineup is great.
Like say it has 10% off of New World every Tuesday, Monday or Tuesday. So we'll grab some.
Like that?
10% off every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Or Monday of the week.
The Puro, I think, was my favorite from the New World. Puro and the one with the red band. That was a good one too. I just did a post about that the other day because I had one. I can't even remember the name of it.
There was one I had the other day, was like gold. That
The
was
Puro.
gold.
That was my favorite one. I picked up the Puro, or no, the New World sampler pack when I was in Miami. For all 5 of them was $70.
That's not bad.
So when you factor in the price of each cigar here, it was a good deal.
The only thing I usually buy this is the conversion. Where our dollar is at. But even if that was sold over here, with the amount of taxes that we usually add on to like goods, what was it? Goods and
They do sell the New World samplers here.
Have you seen all the Cigar over here?
No, I think Cigar Chief has them. Yeah, this whiskey is strong, but it's a good strong, not like kill your fucking gut strong.
Overbearing.
Yeah.
Chase some beer.
No, I've been sipping on this since we went to the store, so I just want to get rid of it before I get into the whiskey.
It's the real West Indian way to chase with beer.
See, someone actually got that $25,000 ticket.
No. So for those of you in the United States, we have this province called Nova Scotia. And right now they're fining any person $25,000 for going into the forest.
Yeah, for walking, riding.
What? Really?
You didn't hear about this shit?
No.
The extreme fire risk has pushed Nova Scotia leaders to take big steps and ban some popular activities. Camping, hiking, fishing, using vehicles in the woods. It's all off the table as the smallest spark could be catastrophic in the tinder-dry conditions.
That is messed up. Why? But what was the
The
reason?
guy went and made a press conference and said, even if you have a cottage that is surrounded by forestry, you aren't allowed to go there.
Why?
Because they're basically assuming anyone that goes in there is lighting those forest fires that they're having.
Oh.
I think they're like fucking forest fires.
Exactly. And they don't want people that go in there to find the people that are lighting them. So they're like, yeah, no one go in there. Because how does that make sense?
Could they do that? They can't do that.
They-
If you own the land,
legally really cannot do that.
right? If you own the land, that's like everything on that land is yours. All them trees, all that crap.
But even if you don't own the land, you're allowed to walk through the forest if you want.
Yeah. It's, That's-
The fine for assault, theft, everything is less than this walking through the forest fire.
yeah, that's suspicious. That's messed up.
That's fucking Nazi Canada right there, man. Fucking going into the forest, $25,000 fine. You gotta think there's something more to that than just forest fires.
Mhm.
There's something going on that they don't want anybody to fucking see.
Mhm.
Like, for a $25,000
Yeah,
fine,
that's insane.
that's,
I didn't even hear about the.
some people don't even make that in a fucking year.
Mhm.
No.
You didn't hear about that shit?
No,
Yeah,
man.
man.
No.
I didn't know somebody was actually fined that though.
You may have heard the story of Jeff Evely. He was interviewed by my colleague, Joe Warmington. Evely is the Air Force veteran who lives in Cape Breton who decided to defy the Nova Scotia government's orders that you can't go walking in the woods. Now, you could make it sound like Evely just wanted to go walk in the woods, but that's not the whole story. What he really wanted to do was get fined. Why? Because then he could challenge the government overreach in court. Back in 2023, when they did a similar measure saying you can't go walking in the woods, you can't go to certain parts of the province because of forest fires, Evely tried to challenge it in court. The court said, well, there's no money involved, there's no charge, no fine, nothing, you don't have standing. So this time, he decided he would make sure that he was fined. $25,000 fine for going into the woods. Once you add on fees and other taxes that we didn't quite explain, it's over $28,000. But this gives him a chance to try and challenge it before the courts.
Yeah, they said today.
For real? Somebody actually got fined?
Mhm.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Canada's on some fucking shit. And you know what? It seems like every episode we kind of get into how fucking Nazi Canada is becoming. But it's a real fucking thing. It's getting fucking bad. up
Oh
there.
yeah, Nova Scotia with bands.
Yeah. And the thing is too, for all the American viewers, Canada has actually censored our media, so you don't get to see a lot of our media, so you have no idea what goes on up here.
Our Prime Minister said to trust the local media. Was it CBC? He's like, don't worry about it. Trust your local media.
The local media that's funded by the government.
Exactly. Exactly. Trust them, sure.
Yeah.
If a politician tells you to trust something, do not trust it.
And it doesn't matter what fucking side, fucking Democrat, Republican, liberal, conservative, fucking, they're all fucking pieces of shit.
Yep.
They're all in it for their own fucking wealth, and they don't give a shit about none of us. And it's time people start realizing that shit, man. It's pledging allegiance to a politician and a party and fucking
Stupid.
warring with your fellow civilians. It's exactly what they want.
Exactly.
They don't want us getting along, and the easiest way to divide people is fucking race baiting.
Yep.
And they're fucking doing a good job at it. And it's sad to fucking see it.
If the people unite, that's a problem for them.
That is absolutely crazy. There's already a petition going around. They got 2,000 or 2,200.
No one agrees with that. Like, you're talking
That
about
is so
can't go for a
retarded.
hike, can't ride your ATV.
That's like banning people from walking in the rain because there's a chance of a lightning strike. That could ignite some fire. That's so stupid.
But it's funny because a lot of the forest fires have actually been linked to arson, and it's not global warming like they claim. And it makes you wonder who the fuck is lighting these fires.
And this kind of proves if they're doing the ban. Because if it was global warming, why can't people walk through there then? That doesn't make any sense.
That shit's fucking wild, man. It's like every month it's just,
Something.
I just
crazy.
want out of this country. But it's like, where you go?
Yeah.
You can't go to South America. It's
Yeah, you
just,
can.
I don't think so. Everybody's trying to escape South America for crimes and shit like that.
Everybody wants to escape everywhere.
For their own reasons.
Right? I don't know.
And now we have that LGBT 1, 2, 3 fucking refugee status where the government's gonna pay 12 months of wages plus other subsidies for being an LGBT refugee. I didn't even know that was a fucking thing.
How can you even prove that they are? Someone could just come and be like, yeah,
Yeah, I'm gay and they want to kill me.
yeah. 1 year, please, free everything.
Meanwhile,
Right? And now the people that are there aren't educated enough to elevate to the next level, and everyone's like broke, so there's no money to go around. And that's the problem. Yeah, you could go buy this profit was just like you said. What the hell are you gonna do there?
yeah.
Remember when we went to Barbados and we were throwing that idea around of opening up like a tire and suspension shop? Who the hell is gonna pay?
The people that need tires is meant
Do you remember what the roads were like?
Exactly.
No, but I mean,
Everybody's getting their
I
tires
mean,
and
You
suspension.
have to.
Well, I feel like in them countries they fix their own. In Guyana, anyways, everybody just fixes their own stuff.
The average person's not fixing a busted tire because of the massive.
Well, I mean like
Suspension,
ball joints
no
and stuff like
suspension.
that.
Yeah, a lot of people are
I remember we met them too.
the country people in the
No,
country
you-
probably, yes.
You weren't there. Remember when we were flying and we met that white dude and he was going back and he was importing used tires from China?
No, I
Yeah,
don't remember. I was drunk on the plane already.
yeah, that's what he was doing. They were moving to Barbados to open up a used tire shop. And he was telling me that they imported like 4 container loads worth of used tires.
Yeah.
And he was like a tire dude over here.
Because I see that with the Indians here now. It's like, I don't know, I was looking for tires. They all have the same tires.
Yeah.
Like, I called so many different places. They all have the same brand. I went to one place, and he's like, okay, go to this address over here, which is like 2 minutes down the street. It was the same, it was a different name, but it was like, it was the same place.
Yeah.
He's like, the tires are over here. I said, okay. You had them advertised here, but they sent me two minutes down the road to get the tires.
Because they're all
linked.
linked.
It's probably one dude importing it and then selling it to everybody.
It's the same thing with the housing market. They'll buy up a whole subdivision and then they'll raise and lower their prices, and they're not competing. They're working with each other because it's the same 3-4 investors that bought up the whole thing.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a monopoly, and we're not part of it.
Yep.
And the way it's going, we'll never be a part of it here.
Yep.
Keep it in a circle.
In Guyana, like, you could start something up, but you definitely need to hire like security guards and stuff like that. It gets pretty hairy, especially if they know you're a foreigner.
Yeah, I think that's up to the government though to do something about that if they want outsiders to come and invest. You got to ensure the safety somehow.
Oh, this current president's pretty good in terms of
He's
like
a younger guy, isn't he?
Yeah. He's got like his own YouTube page and he like goes around reviewing like different bars that you could come and visit and stuff like that. But then again, down there, like a lot of the older heads don't like him because he's young. And I think that's the big problem in the West Indies in particular is the older crowd. Because they went through so much, they can't just let it go.
No, you know what I think it is? It's in every country, is the older generations, they don't know how to adapt.
Yeah.
I think, like, our generation, we've seen the birth of the internet, the cell phones, the pagers, DVD, Blu-ray, the fucking, all this fucking digital shit. So our life has been adoption. Whereas, like, our parents and our grandparents, they were, like, stuck in this phase of what they had, and that's what they had for a long stretch.
Yeah.
Whereas our generation, it's like every 5-10 years was something new.
Yeah. Our generation's seen a lot of leaps and bounds, even though it doesn't.
Like, look at music. We went from cassettes to CDs to MP3s
Now to streaming.
to streaming.
Our media, you went from owning hard copies to like subscription, and they could take it away anytime.
Look at movies. Look how fast a movie will go from the theater to it's like online.
Yeah.
You're like, wasn't the movie just in the theater like 2-3 months ago and it's already online?
And the thing is, in 5 years, you could probably see cinema going away. Because nobody really wants to go to a cinema.
I haven't been to a theater in a long time.
Right?
I like going to the theater. Like, if it's a good movie, like I've seen F1, like, that was good to see in a theater. Like, the noise and the screen,
But the young, Logan's generation probably wouldn't be willing to go see a movie in a cinema when they know.
I think that's the thing is, so, like, if you look at our parents and grandparents, their generation, the lack of advancements, I think our kids, they're going to be that lack of advancements. They're not, like, you see how much things change in our generation?
I don't know about that. I think...
Well, how much further can you go than what it already is with the virtual reality?
The AI. Yeah. AI is going leaps.
But then where do you go from AI?
AI is right now is limitless right now.
I get it, but everything's going to be a variation of AI. So you're not getting that from the cassette to the CD to the MP3 to the streaming.
The physical to software.
Advanced AI.
Yeah.
Right? Like right now, I was watching a review on these glasses. You know how they always have the cameras on them and stuff like that, and they're big and bulky. You could tell, right? These new ones, you can't tell. Period. It looks like regular glasses.
Motherfucker.
Right?
Motherfucker.
You got the juju from him.
I know.
I pass it on. Yes. AI is gonna change everything. Like right now, university students are using AI now to just summarize.
I was seeing how long I could go before it fell, and unfortunately it fell on me.
Because you literally could make it do everything for you and then just change it up in your own way.
Yeah.
So you don't have to think that much.
Even like cars, look how much they advanced.
There's AI in cars now, right?
All new cars are AI.
Like, could you imagine the tuning? Not even going to tuners anymore. You just have like an AI, like AEM or one of those guys. They have their own AI tuners. It comes with the package, and it's kind of like that self-learning stuff.
That makes sense because it reads all the data and be like, okay, boom.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a little off. Change this now.
And then you could talk to your car.
I can't believe this. A car that talks back to me.
Hey, we're going. put it on stage 5. Car just like kind of more. So like, definitely, they're definitely gonna see the change from like ICE engines into whatever alternative it's gonna be. They're gonna see a lot of things are gonna change for them. I'm not gonna say it's gonna be like Jetson.
Meet George Jetson. His boy Elroy.
But they're gonna see a lot of. I don't want to say software, but
isn't it crazy though that older generation thought that like, oh shit, 2025 there'll be
cars.
flying cars.
Yeah.
Here we are.
2020.
Nothing's flying.
The Jetsons was 2020s. I think I'm pretty damn sure that's the year 2020.
You remember the fucking that whole fucking shit show with the year 2000?
The Y2K.
Oh shit! The computers are not made to handle 00. Everything's gonna blow up. That's the end of the world.
That's it.
All the lights are gonna turn
And then
on.
what was the next one? The calendar. That calendar.
Mayan calendar?
The Mayan calendar
Yeah.
coming to an end.
It's like every 5 years the world's supposed to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, here we are.
Here we are. Still
Smoking cigars, talking shit.
chugging away. The other thing that I think they're going to see is robots. I think that's going to come online crazy.
Oh, hell no.
Because, like,
Do you think we're gonna end up in a scenario like Terminator?
I could see it. A lot of the leading guys saying if we're not careful, definitely could happen. Because, like, you get the robots where they can, like, look at the sex industry, those sex bots.
Here we go again with your fucking sex bots.
Stop it. Get some help.
No,
Jesus
but that's
Christ.
the industry. That industry is pushing
He's
it,
gotta have a
right?
bot in his basement.
No, I can't afford that shit.
It's in the bed.
I can't, blow up dolls for life. Let's go. No, but like you see that side of it, and then you just think once AI becomes self-learning,
But why do you always go to the sex robots?
because that's like when they talk about robots and stuff like that.
Yo,
online.
hold on. In the fucking On the Road episode, he went to the sex robots again. If you all go back, episode 3 and then episode 6, he was talking about the sex robots.
Because porn industry is like a huge ass multi-billion-dollar industry, right? That's where the money's at. Most of these robots that are being developed is for that industry.
With all wars. War money.
Wars, I feel like
They're creating AI robots.
Of course they are.
I
Every
think-
robot that comes up with like, what can we do to make to weaponize this?
like right now, I think like let's say Logan's age, like when he's gonna see like the inner pilots and stuff like that. Everything's gonna be
It's
drones.
already drones already.
It, like,
sitting in there.
Was it the B-52 replacement? I forgot what they call it, but it's smaller and there's no cockpit. Right? It's all going to be AI. So I don't think the military per se is going to have robots because it's going to be too much. They could just use drones. Drones is cheaper.
You don't think they'll have robot soldiers?
I don't think so.
Run up in the houses.
I don't think so because you could have a small drone, and it's all pinpoint. Right? You don't need to spend big money on robots and
Imagine
stuff
a
like
bunch
that.
of Robocops around the street.
Bro, when's the last time we did Robocops? I can see that happening where the police force has those drones, but military on a big, large scale like that, I feel like if they have like those small drones where they could fly into buildings and stuff like that and take out one person, it's look what's going on in Ukraine versus Russia, right? They're not even like they're just using regular drones dropping grenades.
I don't even know what to believe about that fucking war.
Well, just the technology, anyways, right? I don't know. I'm not gonna say no, but I can't see them really developing robots, like hundreds of robots to do that. I don't think it's gonna be like that. I can see like robots being used like for like in hospitals, like to replace nurses and shit like that. Unfortunately, that I could see.
I would not want a robot operating on me.
No, not like that. They'll still be like surgeons, but like your PSW worker and stuff like that, like or cleaning guys and.
So you want a robot cleaning your ass?
No, cleaning the ground. Why don't no robot touching me?
It starts glitching.
Or like on assembly lines.
Assembly lines are already fucking robotic.
Yeah, but they're big. They're big and they drink a lot of juice. Like, I know there's a couple of companies right now that are experimenting with that stuff. Honda had their own robot, that little one, and then they just brought out another one they're experimenting with, and it can like dance and all that shit.
The attitude, chill the serious mood and do what you like. And do what you like. Everybody.
And they're saying that motor skills are a lot better for like technical work, like assembling cars. Instead of having the big old robots and stuff like that, they could just have like these robots doing it, and it's easier to move like facilities and stuff like that around because now you're not catering to these big giant robot arms.
They're attached to the
And then especially with the AI. Especially with the AI when they start learning how faster and faster to do stuff. When that happens, I think we're screwed. Personally, I think we're screwed.
I think we're already screwed to the point, like, even if you look at the self-checkout shit,
Yeah.
they've already eliminated so much work for people. It's just gonna get worse. Like, when I go to the stores, I don't use the self-checkout.
No.
I fucking, if the cash is empty, I'll stand in line and be like, I need someone to help me. I don't get paid, I'm not checking out my shit. Unless you're gonna give me a discount on my groceries, I'm not self-checking. I'm not doing your job for you. It's as simple as that. And they have to bring someone and open up the register for you. It's like, you guys are getting paid to literally stand here and watch people check out their own shit. Like,
No, wait. Hey, well, nowhere.
no.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
Like Amazon, for example. I can see them.
They
I can see
already
them
have
easily.
robots in the warehouses.
I can easily see them going towards
Trying to
it.
get delivery robots.
Or like container yards. Right? There was one or two big container yards where they only had like a handful of people working and everything was kind of remote controlled. And now they're switching over to like AI stuff.
Did you see that guy that was controlling the big machine from his house?
Yep.
The construction machine. I'm like, all he's doing is training that thing to learn how to do it by itself.
Yeah, but they've been doing that for a minute.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
learning.
Yeah.
Eventually, it's like,
I think the remote control equipment's been around since I want to say the 80s. Especially the ones that go into the mine and stuff like that, but they had to be like on site or in like another vehicle in behind.
There's certain areas where robots make sense for human safety.
Yeah.
But you're eliminating jobs.
But then at the same time, like a lot of those people don't want those jobs. They want like the glory jobs.
Some people love the shit.
like
Controlling the
like,
big machine.
no, not that. I'm talking about like factory work and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Right?
But again, if you don't have factory work, like, you get rid of a lot of job.
Well, look at
My
those.
first job was at like a factory, like
Yeah.
order picking.
I agree with you guys, right? You got to start somewhere.
Yeah, so it's like, what do those people do then? Your first job.
Right.
One of my first jobs was the LCBO warehouse. And fucking, they treat you like a fucking robot. You have to unload. It's all a timer. You gotta unload everything in a specific amount of time. And the only time the line stops is if something happens. So one day we had this, it was a truck full of, I think it was Corona. No, it was Havana Club. And the truck, we opened up the truck door and the shit was tilted like this. We're like, that looks like it's gonna fall over. So we dug down the one side, dug this way, and we pushed everything over. And we got like an hour break while they cleaned up the truck.
Shit. I hate how they treat like factory workers and stuff like that, man. Like
Yeah.
where I'm contracted to at Technion, and when I see them guys, like they have to tell somebody, hey, I need to go use a washroom and stuff like that, and then they have to find somebody. If they don't find somebody to cover your spot in the line, you're SOL. But they usually do have somebody, right? They usually have somebody covering.
But that's most jobs these days. You're just a fucking number. You're replacing.
Yeah.
They don't value you.
Yeah.
That's like 90% of the jobs out there. And people need to understand that. Like, don't pledge no loyalty to no company you work for, because they don't give a fuck about you.
Nope.
I think it's more the newer generation now knows that because they're not loyal to a company. Like even me, I'm not loyal to no company.
You don't hear about the average regular guy staying at a company for 20 years.
No.
That's out the window.
Yeah.
they just stop showing up. They do the soft quit, and then so they just don't bother showing up. I had 2 guys do that. They just stop. They don't even answer the phone. It's like, okay.
Make you fire them, get a little EIA.
Yeah. They work 6 months, and then I think it's 6 months,
Well,
right?
I think these days it's a lot easier to generate income for yourself given social media and the way everything operates these days.
Yeah.
But it's not easy to do it. You have to find
Yeah, niche.
that it factor about yourself, and you have to stand out. It's almost like trade work, where trade work is like completely saturated here. So you have to stand out.
And you know what's funny about that? When you say trade work is saturated online or on TV, the number one thing they always say is get into the trades. We need trades. We need trades. But the thing is, like when I went into the trades, even heavy equipment, they said heavy equipment needs mechanics. Heavy equipment needs mechanics. You get into it's such a competitive thing, and then most mechanics, heavy equipment mechanics, only stay in like for 10 years, and then either they can't take it anymore or there's just easier way to make money.
The problem with the competitive nature, and I don't give a fuck what anybody says, it's when you have immigrants coming into the country,
Yep.
they work for like next to nothing, because a lot of times they come on a travel visa, they work for cash, and they're just taking that cash back home wherever, and that cash is like double, triple, quadruple.
That's what happens.
So they can undercut everybody.
Yeah.
They split rent on a house between 5-6 people.
Yep. They
And
sublease.
then they come work for 6 months, they go back, and they just sit for 6 months.
Yeah.
So they're devaluing the value of the work.
It's like even the trucking industry. Like, you used to make
It's
big,
closed.
big money as a trucker. Now it's like,
And the thing is also at the same, like with the trucking industry in particular, now they even lowered the skill level that you need to enter trucking because they want more truck drivers to go in. So then there's more competition, and that obviously drives the prices lower and lower for them.
I seen a thing the other day about the driving test, that you can take it in X amount of different languages. But like, how the fuck can you go to an English and French speaking country, take it in your native language, what could be whoever the fuck, well, like whatever it is, who gives a fuck what it is? How can you read the signs?
exactly.
How could you communicate with somebody
You know
else?
what I mean? Like
That's wrong.
It's just stupid. It's completely stupid.
Right? Like when I'm working, like I work with a lot of people that's new to the country, right? And like when you're telling them, okay, I need this set up like this, like you gotta follow the floor plan. But the thing is, you can't talk to them because they don't understand. Right? And like the drawings are already complicated, so you're trying to figure out how to break it down. It's crazy.
I went somewhere to pick up something in Brampton one day. I go there, and these 2 guys are in the back. I'm like, yeah, I'm here from this company to pick up this. These guys just looked at me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
That look.
I'm here to pick up this. The guys look at me like, he's like, come. He walked me through the friggin' place. Just an Italian guy. Then I talked to him. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, but the guys at the back are the ones that are gonna give me the stuff, and they don't know what I'm saying to them.
Yeah.
I'll never agree with the fact of, and it doesn't matter the country. If you move to a country, you need to be able to speak that language of that country.
Exactly.
I'll never agree with being able to get by in a country without ever learning the language. And you see a lot of people. A lot of people now, they're using the translators on their phones so they speak into it. Like
Yeah.
seriously, if you don't want to adapt to the country, don't go to the fucking country. It doesn't matter where it is.
Yeah, no, that's right.
If I'm gonna go to a country that doesn't speak English, I'm going to adapt to that country so I can
Learn how to speak
communicate with
language.
people.
Yeah, like
And in most cases, if I go to a country that doesn't speak English, I have to learn it because they don't operate the same way as we do.
yep.
And they're gonna, if I don't fucking adapt to their country, too bad, too sad.
Right?
Fuck
Because
out.
you're the visitor to their country. Right?
Well, even Quebec is like that. You go to Quebec, he's talking English, you're like,
Je ne sais quoi?
you're like, why are you talking to me in English? Okay.
Actually, the last time I was in Quebec, I went to pick up the turbo. A lot of people spoke English and Spanish.
Spanish.
Yes, I was.
Yeah, Spanish is like taking off over here. A lot of people are speaking it now.
There's a lot of Spanish here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of Spanish here.
There's a lot in my company. Not that don't even speak English. And then I heard when they got paid, and I was like, "You get paid what? Like peanuts."
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't believe it.
Because you're getting paid under the table.
They get the paperwork done up for them. The company has someone that does the paperwork for them.
Yeah.
Pretty sure you can't do that. And then they pay them nothing.
Yeah, one of my uncles was telling me there was a guy in his family that got booked right at Morningside there. And what his front was selling fish out of the garage.
The garage.
Yeah, like, you know, like actual he'll go
The
somewhere.
garage of
His house.
That's gonna be a smelly ass house.
But that's not even it. What he used to do was bring people up from Guyana, fix their paperwork, and have them living in the backyard.
Sounds like Brampton.
Yeah. Right? And it's like they just booked him there. I don't know. They got him pretty good. I don't know how much the fine is and like how long he's gonna be in jail for. But my uncle's like he was
Jail.
shocked because like you go in the back,
in jail.
you go in the backyard and like there's all tents and shit like that. But he's gonna post bail and get out.
When I was in Brampton, I'm 100% sure there was guys living in the garage.
Mm-hmm.
And when I say garage, I mean like it was small.
And there was probably 20 of them in the garage.
Yeah, it was small.
The thing that should be illegal in this country is having multiple tenants in one little room.
Mm-hmm.
When they rent on
Is
a
it
bed
not?
basis,
Is it not?
I don't think it is.
Yeah, you can't have a certain amount.
I know there's a lot of places where they would like put like bunk beds, 4 bunk beds in one room, and you rent that bed.
Yeah, you get rented.
Well,
They advertise on Facebook Marketplace.
Yeah, and it's illegal, but
And then
people
they say
still
they
do
want
it.
Look at
female
who's
or
willing
male.
to sleep fucking 20 people bed by bed. It's not everybody.
It's like a hospital.
I remember my aunt was telling me when she came back from Florida to live here for a little bit. Her first place she was renting, these Chinese, it was like, I think it was like 4 families in there, and it was so scheduled where like the bed would be free, and then that's when the other person would come and sleep, while the other person's at work, and they scheduled it like that, where one person was working in the nighttime and one person was working in the daytime. That's crazy. You don't even have your own bed.
What
And they're charging an arm and a leg regardless.
What I see with the house where I used to live next door, the people would come, like when you see someone new come in, they don't have a car or whatever, this van would come, same van from the same place, take them to whatever job. So it's like connected. So you come there, you have this job already, then like in a couple of months they have a car. And then give it a couple of months, they're gone, and then someone else is in. It's always, I've seen this cycle over and over. Same van will come, you first get there, you go do that job, eventually you get a car from whatever loan, finance, probably the same place,
Yeah.
new car, and then a couple more months, then they're gone, the next person's in.
But you know whose fault that is? Government.
I had an apprentice working with me when I was a mechanic, and his uncle brought up his mom and dad to BC, and they were gonna work at his restaurant, and then this guy ended up taking their passports, and then hold it hostage. How is that, like, it's illegal for somebody to take, no matter how old you are, once you got a passport, and I think you're of age, you can't take their passport. That's like crime. But yeah, again, the government just doesn't. Let me finish this out. The government just doesn't do anything about it. They don't want to crack down on it.
Nah, I gotta be easy because I want to drive.
You got a
Same.
DD.
Same here.
I do, but I want to drive.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
I know the feeling though. It's not the same when you're sitting passenger and the wife's driving.
You feel like I just got the car back too.
Oh yeah.
Nothing to say about the skills, but
Yeah.
If anything's gonna mess up, you want it to be with you versus the panic. I remember one time
No, he just wants to enjoy the car.
that you better not. You better just baby that shit until
I am.
until you get your next whiff.
I am. Like I was telling him earlier, it's like the car flew by me, and I was just like, every time I'm like, I want to go, but I'm not going to.
Yeah.
Mercedes came, flew next to me, slowed down, and then took off. I was like,
Just let it go.
hmm.
I remember there was one time
I turned into you, man.
I don't know. You can't be me. I was having a bad luck those 2 times. no cheese. There was one time Mom was driving. We had a Pontiac Sunbird. I didn't have my license.
You had a Sunbird?
We had.
Yeah, we had a Sunbird too.
Right, and the shit broke, and it broke. It blew the brake lights. And Mom started screaming, "Oh my God, there's no brakes!" So I'm like, whoa, let me pull up on the handbrakes, put it in park, do something.
Put it in park.
Bro, there was no
Roll
brakes.
the transmission.
It was either that or rear end somebody. Right, and it was a truck in front of us. He slammed that shit into park and just hoping and prayer.
Click, 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 click,
Did
click,
I ever
click,
tell
click,
you what
click.
happened in Colombia?
No.
So we were going to the coffee park up around like Armenia, Finlandia area. And you take a drive through La Linea. You remember the videos that I took and we were on this highway in the mountain and we were above the clouds?
Oh yeah.
So they rented this van bus. You can get like 20 people in there, stick. Actually pretty cool to drive. And we were coming back. We were not in the bus at that time. They were coming down the mountain in the nighttime. And the fucking brakes failed.
Up in those mountains?
Up in the mountains. And fucking there was a truck driver, he had to jump out of the way. If not for her sister reaching over and pushing the fucking the foot brake,
Yeah.
they probably would have went off the edge of the mountain.
Mm.
Yo, it was sketchy. Like we pulled over, everybody got off this fucking bus, and everybody was just shook.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would be too.
And here we are in the middle of the fucking mountain, like, okay.
Now what?
Yeah.
But luckily, when you get up in those areas, there's always like houses and fucking little stores and stuff like that. So we were able to get a next bus to come up and pick them up. But yeah, that shit was sketchy. Like driving there, the brakes overheated. And me and Gina were driving the bus on the way there. So we let it chill out for a bit. Oh, we got there, and coming back, yeah, it was just a fucking almost a fuck. We almost lost the whole family.
I guess on those inclines you gotta gear down, make the transmission do the
Yeah,
work.
you gotta.
There's like the real trucks do like.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You can't be heavy on the brakes because they overheat and they just fucking give up.
Brake fade.
And what a scenic drive though.
That was wide. That must have been wild.
I've never been driving and looked out the window and like shit, the clouds are below me.
That's pretty cool. You were that high up, man.
That fucking high up. Look it up, La Linea. And then there's like a bridge from one mountain to another. Yeah, it's pretty cool, man.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah. And the roads are nice and smooth, but they're very curvy and windy and shit. Yeah. But what the truckers do, if there's a trucker in front of you, they'll slow down, and then once they see it's clear, they'll wave you to go ahead and make sure that the way is clear for you to go around them. Yeah.
On YouTube, anyways. I've seen
Yeah.
it. Like, what was that road? Ice road truckers when they went over to was it in Colombia they were driving? The world's deadliest road.
Could be.
I think so. I think they went to Colombia or somewhere around there where they were driving up in mountain passes. And then they went to India and then they went somewhere else, I think. And Top Gear. I seen that on Top Gear when they went to, not Colombia special, when they were driving across Bogota. Is it Bogota? Where they bought like the Land Cruiser, the Suzuki, and the Land
I don't
Rover.
remember that.
Yeah, and like they were like that far off from the side.
Yo, there was the first time I went to Colombia. Where were we going? We were going on a road trip to what's it called? Not that. I fucking forget I forget the name of it. But we were on a highway, and it was a brand new highway, and there was all the warning signs like drive at your own risk and shit, and like literally you're driving, and like if your car is here, the edge of the mountain is right here, and you look down and you just see down, and you're just like, fuck, if that gives out, you're fucking
You're
gone.
right on the ragged edge.
Where were we fucking going? It was a really cool little town.
In those type of environments, you want a manual transmission for sure.
Yeah.
That way you
Yeah.
can just gear it down.
Yeah.
But most like country places, vehicles are manual.
Yeah. I heard over in the EU though, like I doubt manuals are dying over there. But like I don't know, I wouldn't want an automatic going up and down those steep cliffs, especially when there's no guardrails or anything like that, and it's all curvy.
You notice that spice when you did that like dry puff?
Yeah.
It's starting to get to that flavor now. Yeah.
One bridge I want to drive over here is the one between is it
PEI?
PEI, yeah. That one looks pretty sick.
Yeah.
But I heard you gotta pay like $50 each way. That's pretty to go from PEI to like the mainlands.
No.
Could you imagine like being a resident and then you have to pay $50 to get off and then $50 to go back?
There's probably got to be something about
There's gotta
it.
be.
Like an easy pass type of thing.
I got this thing with bridges over water. I just feel like I need to make sure there's nobody in front of me and I just need to go. Because I just, for some reason,
You don't want to be hanging around.
I don't trust bridges. I want to get it done and over with. Especially after, remember what happened in, what was it, the Hudson? Like a few months ago, that Mexican ship that crashed into the bridge?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you don't want to be on a bridge.
Yeah, I don't want to be on a bridge for that shit, man. I'm good.
That happened, I think, in Tampa, on that Tampa bridge, like a long time ago. I think it was like a Russian ship or something like that, and it hit it, and then the bridge started collapsing, and it was in the middle of the night, and it was foggy. People was just yeeting off of it.
Yeah.
And like people were trying to stop people, like, hey, stop.
We were, oddly enough, in Colombia. We were driving to, I think it was on our way to we were driving through this area, and they were building a bridge, and you have all these cranes attached to the edge of the mountain. And I don't know why, but I fucking looked at it, I was like, that shit's gonna fail. And literally like a year later, that bridge collapsed that they built.
Yeah, the one I was telling you guys about, the Tampa one, was in 1980. Look at that crap. Could you imagine you driving and then...
Yeah. That's exactly why I don't like bridges, man.
I don't blame you.
I'm just sketchy with certain
Look
things.
how close that guy came. That was the one guy that just stopped, and he was trying to stop people from flying off of it.
What would you do in a situation, like you see it in the movies, right? The bridge is collapsing and you're like, oh shit, I can't stop. Would you gas it and try to make the jump? You know?
In a split second like that.
Would you Fast and Furious that shit?
You probably don't even have time to think
The
about
speed to
that.
get up.
Because if you hammer on the brakes, there's a good chance that you're going to fall on debris. And if you goose it, you might clear the debris, but then the force of your car hitting the water might fuck you up pretty good. All I know is everybody should, if you're crosses a bridge a lot, you should have that little hammer. That little, with a little pin or a spark plug so you can break out the window. Because with all that pressure, once it starts pressurizing, you can't open up that door.
I'm sure you can break the window.
No, not when it's in the water. It's like without anything. You need like something sharp.
But you're not gonna sink right away. You gotta
Even
like be on point.
even with it kind of bobbing, the pressure acting against the door, you won't be able to open it. And with
I'm not talking about opening the door. I'm talking just kick the window up.
I don't know. Them windows are like tempered, right? It's pretty hard. You need something to like
I'm
pinpoint.
confident I could kick the window up.
Probably like it's been done. I'm sure you probably kick out the windshield or something like that to try to
I
get
wouldn't
out.
go for that. I would go for the side window.
Yeah,
The windshield is multiple layers with the fucking.
with that film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't even.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if I would have time to think about goosing it or not. Cause you're just, you're just in auto mode driving.
Imagine driving off the edge of a fucking bridge and you're like, okay, windows down.
Yeah, for real. Start cranking it down. All right, kids, take a deep breath. Start playing that sound. Too fast, too furious.
Going for a fucking swim tonight. You want at the fucking beach? Here we go.
Papa wants that convertible. Let's go. Fuck, that must have been gnarly. And especially back in the 80s when they didn't really have ABS on a lot of cars yet, you lock your wheels up, and you're just gone.
But to be honest, you freeze.
Yeah, that's
you freeze. Like when I fell off the ladder and the fucking shit started to slide, for a second I was just like, fuck.
And that's all it
and
takes.
you just freeze. And you just, like, I guess instinct kicks in, you just hold on.
Hold on and just go for the ride.
So you're not putting the windows down while you're going off the bridge.
Yeah, no.
You're gripping the wheel like.
You're like, shit.
You literally just like, you don't even have time to like be scared or freak out. It's just like, fuck.
Yeah.
And you blank.
And everything happens so fast. Next thing you know,
It
you're on
does
the
happen
ground.
quick. Next thing you know, I'm on the ground and Gina's like, what the fuck happened? And I'm like, huh? She's like, get up. I'm like,
When you showed me where you fell from, where Gina showed, I was like, the fuck?
Yeah.
That was some hype.
I thought she was fucking with me at first. I was like, I felt it move and I was like, yo, what the fuck? And I was like,
She's not doing it.
oh fuck, and then it just went and I was like,
So you fell forward. Oh, so you landed on the ladder.
so it was on a scaffold
Uh-huh.
with a ladder. Because the ladder wasn't tall enough to get to where we needed to. So the wheels, you know, you're supposed to hold the ladder and make sure it doesn't slide, whatever. Me being me, I was fucking impatient. I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go get done what I gotta get done while she's fucking outside doing whatever. Almost cost me my fucking life.
Yeah.
So the ladder was like this. So as the scaffold went back, the ladder hit like this, and then it went forward.
Whoa.
So I just held on to the ladder as it went down, and I went head first into the door.
Holy shit, cuz. I thought you fell back.
No. I still finished the job that night, though.
My boy.
I had a fucking broken collarbone, bruised ribs, and I'm just like, finishing it. I'm like, we gotta get this job done.
Holy shit.
Like, we gotta get paid.
And then you fell at your home, right? When you fell off the ladder that time, too. That was 2 times. Or was that only the one time you fell off?
It was on a job.
Yeah. There was one time I was on a ladder.
You think I'd still be fucking painting the house if I fell off a ladder in the house?
I thought it was at the house where it happened. You fell off the ladder over there. Oh, damn.
It was the equivalent of that height,
Oh, okay.
but it was on a job.
So that's wild.
Yeah. And then fucking, we had a wallpaper guy coming that night. Shows up, I'm like, yeah, I'm fucked up. Like, what happened? I just fell off the fucking ladder. He's like, get up. I don't think I can, man.
No. My shoulders are supposed to be in that position, cuz.
For a good month, I would, when I would go lay down, I would just get spins.
You were fucked up.
I had a serious concussion. I've been concussed enough in my life to know what a concussion is. And that was a really bad, I probably should have went to the hospital and got my brain checked.
Yeah.
I would have a sip of beer and I would just get the spins.
I think, what was it, that weekend I came over, or no? Because you were still pretty bruised up and everything.
Did you ever see my legs?
Yeah, you showed me your
No,
legs.
my legs were black.
Yeah.
And my shins, no skin on my shins.
You were fucked
Because
up.
as I held onto the ladder, when I hit, I slid, and it just took all the fucking skin off my shins.
The only ladder incident I had was, you know those big batteries on the dozers? I think they're like D8. I think that's the size. They're like 120 pounds or something like that. So with my weight and that, I was climbing up the ladder. Not high. It wasn't high or anything like that, right? And I was probably like 4 feet up, and the ladder collapsed. And the battery landed on my chest when I landed. But luckily there was snow, and a lot of it. So it kind of cushioned the fall, but like, my ribs were bruised. And like, cause the way the battery landed on the edge, and right across, I went and got x-rayed.
Yeah.
And they said, oh, you got lucky. This thing should have crushed your ribs in.
That's why when I wear my overalls, I put my wallet in the front pocket,
Okay.
because that's what cushioned the impact on my ribs.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
So that's why I believe my ribs didn't break.
Yeah.
But
Felt fast.
I completely downplayed the injury, but because I didn't want to scare her, but I was fucked up. And she's gonna hear this now.
Collarbone.
I was like, no, my collarbone's okay. but there was a fucking lump right here. Like, it was completely.
Ah.
But oddly enough, it healed good. Like, I can lift weights and do push-ups and
Okay.
stuff like that. So it took almost a year for me to be able to do a push-up.
And at least you worked it. That was probably helping you too, because there'd be a lot of guys that'd be scared to do that. And then, like, I know it's just my pinky, but like when I crushed it and it started healing, I was holding it like this the whole time. I wasn't moving it at all, and because I was worried because every time I moved it, it felt like the skin was pulling apart. And then I used to get a lot of pains because the nails started coming back. And then they sent me to physio, and there was a Jamaican lady. God bless that Jamaican lady. So she's like, "Stop being a puzzle." She grabbed my pinky and went like that. I was like, I can move it. I'm good again.
But you know what? When you have accidents like that, you can't be scared to go back, because a lot of the times the accident happened because you were a fucking idiot and you did something you probably knew better.
Yep.
And it's strictly your fault. Like, she came in, she's like, "Oh, I should have never went outside," and I'm like, no, it's like 100% my fucking fault. Like,
Yeah.
you can't feel guilty at all.
I think the ladder I was on was cut down. it was a longer ladder that got damaged, and I think they cut it down, and I was just using it. Yeah, 100% my fault. Like, with my weight, and then with the weight of the battery, it's probably overloaded that ladder. I should have known better. I should have used a forklift, put it on a skid, use a forklift, and just slide it across, and then go up the ladder.
I'll take too much time.
Yeah, exactly. Because I think the customer was waiting there. The machine was just dead because it was in the middle of winter and it hasn't started. So we went and got new batteries, and it was two or three of those batteries. And on the last battery, with the customer watching it, I just dropped. And then I just kind of rolled the battery up. I threw it up there, got the machine on its way, and then like I went and sat down, and I just couldn't breathe. I started like cold sweating. I started puking, and blood came up, and Gary's like, "Yo, you gotta go to the hospital." Then that's when they did the X-ray, and they said, "Yeah, you got like bruising all along your ribs, and yo, rib injuries,
They suck.
They
fucking suck. I would take almost any injury over ribs, like even just bruised ribs. I remember I had bruised ribs, and I would go to like fucking do some jiu-jitsu and shit, and just the pressure of someone on top of you was like excruciating. Like, you can't breathe. You start to like just like, okay, no, like just I'm done. Get off me.
The pain was so bad where like I'd be working, and then like I just get this sharp pain, and then like it's so bad I puke. Like my body just could not deal with it whatsoever.
Well, every time you breathe,
Yeah.
you feel it.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine
And
someone with broken ribs.
That's why I've never had broken ribs. I've only had bruised ribs, and then it's excruciating.
Yeah.
It sucks. I can't imagine broken.
Thank God, knock on wood, I've never broken bones. The worst I've had is when I chipped my bone here. I didn't feel anything.
Broken, take away the ribs, broken bones are not the worst in the world,
Nope.
pain-wise, to deal with. It's more the annoyance of, like, I've broken arms and ankles and stuff. For me, like, not to say that I'm this or that, but I have a very high tolerance for pain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not the pain of the break, it's the annoyance of the cast.
Gotcha.
And I remember when I broke my ankle, so when I broke my ankle, I snapped completely in half. They couldn't even cast it for like a month. They had to wait for the swelling to go down to cast it. Then they cast it with fiberglass. And then after a month, I had to go back. They had to cut it off and put another cast on because the swelling went down even more. And it's the annoyance of like, you go to have a shower, you gotta wrap it up because it can't get wet.
Yeah, that sucks.
Especially when you get the fiberglass cast, like, it's just a fucking pain in the ass.
When this finger was wrapped up, so they told me I couldn't wet this end. And because the bone was stripped, they were worried that the marrow was gonna get infected. So on this hand, they had IV hooked up. So both my hands were out, so every time I took a shower, I had to get my mom to help me out. And my hands would be up like this, out of the shower. It was so annoying.
Mm-hmm. It sucks.
I couldn't imagine a foot or anything like that.
I literally, like, I would have to get in the shower and I'd wrap it up with a garbage bag and then you tuck it in the top to make sure no... But then you get the fucking smell.
That's what I heard it smells like.
The smell, like, your skin is sweating in there and fucking, it's not getting any air. and it just fucking, it smells like you're rotting.
Didn't you have a foot injury?
Fractured.
Well, you're thinking, how bad was that for you? Was it hurting or was it more of an annoyance?
Yeah, it hurt.
Yeah?
I mean, doctor's like, it's better if it was broken because when it's fractured, it's like you can just fracture again.
And it rubs on each other. Oh.
This is my karma for always talking shit about you
Oh,
and your
shit.
ashes, yeah.
God damn, son. Here, don't worry. I will drop this.
Karma comes around, man. It gets everybody.
So then on the broken bones thing, so like when Conor McGregor had that big break and is like, would that have hurt him a lot, you think? In the long run? Not like at his break, because he probably had a bunch of adrenaline in him and stuff like that.
I think from my experience, not that I was ever professional, but when you're a fighter, you're just used to pain.
Gotcha.
You have no choice, but you're always hurt. You're always injured.
That's what I heard.
So pain just becomes a part of life.
Okay, so it's just something that you just have to deal with.
So it sucks, but it is what it is. You just accept it and you fucking move on.
And I never knew about the fracture versus the broke. I always
You've never
thought,
heard that? It's better to break than
No.
fracture? Yeah, okay. So the moral of the story is, for all you people, if it feels fucking sketchy, don't fucking do it.
Yeah.
Because you'll pay with your limbs or your life.
Yep. Don't be impatient.
And this is like real fucking shit. I've almost lost limbs. I almost lost my life. If it feels sketchy, it's not fucking worth it. Doesn't matter what they're paying you, don't do it. When I had my hernia, I went to Choles, which is a notorious fucking groin hernia place. People come.
Isn't that the place
It's up
downtown?
off Bayview.
Yeah.
People come from all over the world. They get their hernias done there because what they do is they don't use mesh or anything like that. And a lot of times you put a foreign object in someone's body, it rejects it. So what they do is with the groin hernias, they weave your muscle together. So your body, they use your muscle as, I guess, the mesh to keep the hernia in.
Wow.
And when I went, I told them, I was like, listen, I don't freeze. So whatever you're gonna give me, like quadruple it. Cause I don't freeze. And they're like, don't worry, we got the good stuff. And I'm like, listen, I'm telling you, I don't freeze. I don't know what it is with my body, but the average dose of freezing doesn't work on me. So with the groin hernia, they don't knock you out, which I'm already sketchy about. And so they give you these drugs, and it makes you like, you're mentally like, you know? So I'm in the operating room. First of all, it feels like a fucking horror movie. They bring you down to it's this old mansion, and the operating is in the basement. So they bring you down to this staging area, and there's like a bunch of people just laying in these beds waiting to get operated on.
Mm-hmm.
So I already feel like I'm in some type of fucking horror movie, like Hostel or some shit. And they bring you into the room, and they put this thing around you so you can't see it, but you're mentally not, like, you're awake, but you're not like
Coherent.
You're not
yeah.
there.
So once again, I fucking told them I don't freeze. So they put that fucking blade to me, and they started cutting me. And my scar is pretty much from like balls to hip, like this big.
Holy shit.
And as soon as they put that blade to me and they started cutting me, I fucking felt it. So I'm trying to speak, like, and I'm like, but I can't speak because I'm drugged up. But I'm feeling everything. I'm feeling all that pain, and they pull your shit out. So the hernia is essentially an intestine that works its way down into your fucking balls.
What kind of shit is that?
There's a hole in your whatever muscle or whatever, and it works its way in. So I'm feeling all the shit, and I'm like, and then I pass out. And then I wake up, and I'm like, I feel all the pain, and I pass out again. And then fucking, the shit's all done. And I fucking watched a video on hernia operation like that, and I could pinpoint everything they fucking did to me because I felt it all. It was like fucking, and I had nightmares for months after that.
I bet. That's not.
Because it felt like torture.
That's not an easy surgery.
Yo, it's the fact that you feel them cutting you, and they're pulling your intestine and fucking putting it back in, and fucking the way that they're weaving your muscle, like I fucking felt it was I don't think I ever got over it.
I don't believe
And after I told them, like, I fucking felt all that. I told you needed to freeze me more. So they put 21 staples into my shit. So what they do is they put all the staples in, and then after day 1 they pull half out. And then after day 2, they pulled the rest of them out, and they want the wound to heal like naturally. Which, credit to them, they did a fucking great job. Like the scar, you can barely even fucking see it. And you're supposed to be in there for I think 4 days, 3 days, something like that. And after the 2nd day, when they pulled them out, I'm like, yo, get me the fuck out of here. I'm like, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, you need to stay for another day. I'm like, no, I'm signing myself out. I'm fucking out of here. And all the fucking medication they gave me, they make you constipated.
Oh, bro.
So, a hernia, fucking, you got your fucking shit cut up there. I was constipated for like fucking 6 days. Yo, this is gonna be graphic. I went to take a shit after 6 days, and you can't use your muscle to push because you'll pop the fucking wound open.
Holy
I
crap.
sat on the toilet for like 2 fucking hours, and it was the worst fucking pain ever. So, don't do anything stupid to get a hernia, man.
That's one thing.
It sucks.
That's the one thing I hope I never get. My dad went through that. My current boss went through that. All the old people that I know went through hernia. And they all say the same thing. They went to the same place. It was like a dungeon in the basement.
Yeah.
They did good job. They did great job. But like...
Oh, they're fucking excellent with their surgery, but...
The recovery and everything leading up to the surgery.
The problem is like... I guess it's the illusion when you're in that basement. And it's just like, it fucking hits you. And you feel like you're like a prisoner of fucking war. And in my case, I'm assuming most people, they freeze properly.
Mm-hmm.
But in my case, where you feel everything, so it reminded me of like a horror movie where they drug you up and you can't speak, but you're awake and you feel everything.
That's fucked.
And fucking, I still to this day, sometimes I'll just get like this
phantom pain.
Like you just feel like,
Yeah.
And it started as this little tiny lump. And fucking, by the time I got in for surgery, it was like an orange in my balls. Like and it's weird because you stand up and you feel the intestine like slide out and go into your balls. And then when you lay down, you feel it slide back into your body. It's the fucking like
weird.
It's the weirdest fucking shit I've ever experienced. It honestly, it was traumatizing.
Yeah. There you go, kids. Don't get a hernia.
Well, what happened, how I got it was I worked at Toys R Us, and there was this cardboard compactor, and there was this big fucking metal rod, and I was doing something, the metal rod fell out and hit me right there, and I guess that tore the muscle, and that's where it came from. It didn't come from lifting anything. And it fucking sucked. When I went there, I was like, yeah, I got a hernia. They're like, how do you know you got a hernia? I'm like, I fucking know I got a hernia. And the doctor's like, drop your pants. I'm like, well, this is weird. I dropped my pants, and he's like, feeling my balls and shit and my dick, and I'm like, I feel violated. I just feel weird right now. And he's like, yeah, you got a hernia. I'm like, I fucking told you I have a hernia, man. Yeah, I never want to go through that shit again. Torture, man.
I don't know what surgery it was, but like, Buddy broke his leg or something like that. It just showed up on Instagram. And they had a flippin' sliding hammer. And I don't know, they were either trying to pull the bone up or something. And they're like, boom, boom. Like, they were going at it. I was like, bro, I hope to God that dude is knocked out. You don't want to be on this earth when that happens. It was a fairly recent surgery, and I'm like, that's a sliding hammer. That's what we used to like pull bearings off of shafts and shit like that, man.
I mean, when you pull it, how hard you pull it too.
And the guy's like, boom, boom, and the other nurses are holding the leg back. I'm like, what type of surgery is this, man? What did this guy do to his leg?
I realized it didn't freeze from the dentist. So the dentist they were doing some work on me, and they fucking put the freezing in my mouth. And they started doing shit. I'm like, I fucking feel it. They froze me again. Tried doing work again. I'm like, I fucking feel it. They had to freeze me 4 times.
Holy shit. I know there's certain people where it takes a lot of freezing too.
Yeah.
I think Mom was one of them. They had to freeze her a lot more than average.
Some people it doesn't work on, man.
And the thing is, if you've never had anything where you need to be frozen, you don't even know what your limits are. And unfortunately, that first time is where you're gonna like realize real quick. Oh, shit.
I woke up in the middle of my colonoscopy.
No, wait.
Oh, get out of here.
That's a violation.
They knock you out for the colonoscopy?
Yeah.
Really?
You could request that. Yeah.
Request. It wasn't a request.
They did that.
Yo.
Yeah.
So you
Actually, no.
you woke up with a camera in your ass?
Yeah.
I'm on fire. I'm a cowboy. I want to blessing you.
I felt it moving around. I was like,
Oh.
they're like,
No.
Don't, you're awake, you're here, don't move. Like,
Yeah, that's
almost
a-
done.
no.
I was like, yo.
That's a
what the
dangerous
hell?
situation. Actually, yeah, Mom too. When I think they knocked her out. You're right. It's not like something that you're supposed to just knock you out because they don't want you jerking about with that stuff in you.
I got scarred for life when I was a kid. I took a shit and there was a bit of blood. So my parents took me to the doctors and they put the glove on, they put the fingers up. I was like, oh. I got ass raped.
Burning you.
As a kid, it fucking traumatized me.
Mama, I ain't a virgin anymore.
And I was probably like 10 years old.
Holy shit.
It turned out they don't know what it was, but whatever it was, fucking wasn't an issue. Maybe I got ulcers.
You could be.
Yeah, I could.
Could be an acid reflux.
But I ain't going back to the doctors to get their fingers on my ass.
If you go in and you tell them that, they'll start you off for like, they'll check for acid reflux.
That scarred me for fucking life, dude.
I don't blame you.
Mhm.
That would.
I
tell
got
them to
violated
not,
as a kid. I didn't expect that. If I would have known that was gonna happen, I would have never fucking said nothing about that shit.
See, kids today, they got the Google. They can Google this shit. It's like,
Google can mess you up too until you have all type of shit you don't got.
Kaylin looked up, he had his lower back hurting him. And he looked it up and they said stuff with his kidneys. They said stuff about cancer. And he's like freaking out. I'm like, bro, listen, don't Google shit. You're not a doctor. The internet's not a doctor. Go get your shit checked
You know
out.
what I just realized?
Yeah.
This fucking guy right here is gonna put some dumb shit where I just said I got violated as a kid.
Shit, sorry, son.
Yeah, but it's real life shit. It happens.
It happens.
Like, you go to the doctors and you got no control of what they're doing to you. I hope you edit some shit into your camera up your ass.
I'm gonna cut that
Well, you know
little
what?
blur screen there.
No. That camera up the ass is making it into the fucking podcast.
The thing though,
Have you done a colonoscopy?
nope.
I haven't done one yet.
I gotta go get one. Cause you know what, prostate cancer
I
is.
feel good. I shit good. I don't need no doctors putting a camera on my ass right now.
You do need to get checked out. Cause I had a couple uncles died of prostate cancer. And it's not a good way to go. Dude.
That's probably why I'm so hesitant to go for a colonoscopy because what happened as a kid. I was like,
It is a
You won't be awake. You should not be awake.
it is a real bad way to go with prostate cancer.
Yeah, if you're gonna go, you're gonna go, man.
You don't want to go like that. You rather put a gun to your head.
Your story is fucking written. Whatever's gonna take you out is gonna take you out, and there's not a goddamn thing you're gonna do about it.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. So I'm gonna enjoy life, and I'm not gonna get no cameras on my ass.
Again.
No, they didn't do a camera. They didn't do a camera.
No more
first.
fingers for shades.
No fingers.